The followers of the sun are here, and they're bringing some serious heat. The Horus cards are essentially a level 8 package of monsters that summon themselves for free from the graveyard every single turn, 0 cost, and you can use them for whatever they want as long as you can maintain and protect their key card, the King's Sarcophagus. Now, the King's Sarcophagus in and of itself is the primary method in which you're going to get the deck started. It allows you up to 4 times per turn to discard a card to send a Horus monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you're able to send all of these monsters to your graveyard, and because you control King's Sarcophagus, immediately summon them all right back to the field. That enables you crazy opportunities to go into link plays. It enables you crazy follow-up, very aggressive OTK plays, the whole heap of works. Now, with a card of that nature that allows you to discard up to 4 times per turn, that cost gets awful steep awful fast. Now, how are we coping with that? We're playing the deck with Phantom Knights. Phantom Knights is an archetype of cards that essentially profit off of being sent to the graveyard by banishing themselves to search your deck for cards, to summon cards from the graveyard, to send cards from deck to graveyard for additional effects and bonuses. So they're essentially an archetype that exists and live and thrive entirely in their graveyard. So you really don't mind dropping 2, 3, 4 cards out of your hand for your King's Sarcophagus when you're netting that much advantage out of it. With the full power of both Phantom Knights and the Horus cards on our side, we're able to bring out a number of really powerful cards. We're focusing more on Exceed monsters and Link monsters for this particular deck, especially things like the full armor Dark Knight Lancer, number 90, the Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, and of course the brand new SP Little Knight and the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche. There's a plethora of really powerful monsters in this deck that we're going to be fully exploring and really taking advantage of. You can steal opponents' monsters, negate their effects, suck up their spells, wipe the board. It's honestly a super impressive deck, and it is a ton of fun. So today we're going to be going over a few replays as well as playing a game live on the rank ladder. If you want to see more content like this, of course you know what to do. All you got to do is subscribe, hit that button down there. Every little bit counts. And if you want to help me get this video to even more people, you can of course like the video as well. But I'm not going to waste too much time at the beginning here. Let's get right into the action. Alright, winning our coin toss and going first, we have a pretty amazing opening hand, I'm not going to lie to you. King's Heart going to drop one of our Horus monsters to the grave to send another one to the grave. King's Heart also going to start dropping our Phantom Knights one by one, sending them all to the grave to pitch all of our Horus cards, and just like that, we can summon out as many of the Horus cards from our graveyard as we want. 0 cost, 1, 2, 3, 4 different names, and the cards that we discarded for them are all cards that we're going to profit from later. So huge dubs right off the bat. We're going to start off by going into number 90, the Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. That's going to protect us from monster effects throughout the duration of this turn. Going to bring back our remaining 2 monsters, special summoning the Taka board because Happy is in fact a wind monster. You can go into the Zombie Vampire here if you really sort of want to get additional gas. However, our graveyard was kind of packed already, so to be honest, we decided we're going to go Hope Harbinger for that extra negate on the M board. Now we're going to go for Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak going to banish itself in the graveyard to grab Silent Boots from our deck. That's going to trigger Torn Scales in the grave to summon itself back. Now we're going to go into the Exceed Armor Torpedo. We're going to detach 2, draw 1, replenishing our hand. We draw into set. That's fine. I'm going to drop these 2. I'm going to draw 1 more card in addition to grabbing another copy of our Sarcophagus. We grab a Fog Blade from the deck, which is neat. We're going to go into the Full Armor Fortress, grabbing Full Armor Exceed, Phantom Knight's Silent Boot, banishing itself in the graveyard to grab ourselves the Fog Blade. Now, there is a 1,000,000,001 ways in which you could have executed the turn like that. If you're looking at this and thinking that, oh, he misplayed doing this or he should have done that, bear that in mind and absolutely try that when you're playing the deck, because you really can execute these turns any way you want. Right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big interruptions and an incredible amount of follow-up, basically endless follow-up. And that's one of the primary sort of benefits of the deck. We're going to go right into that Dark Knight Lancer. We don't want to play around too much here. Into the battle phase. Our opponent tried to psych us out with the Evenly Matched. I did, not going to lie, maybe wanted to flip a table, but you know what, they didn't actually activate it. They're gonna go for Pharesia here in main 2. I'm gonna go Fog Blade. We got 2 Fog Blades. I figure I can spare 1 for now. It may have been smarter to go for the Photon Lord negate just in case they end up going in the Rex turn, but we have a pretty cool way to out the Rex turn here actually, so watch this. We're going to basically get super aggressive here and trying to pressure our opponent into making plays. They're going to go for the domain. Now, we tame this very specifically, so we do. we tend this so that we can out Rexter. So they're going to activate Domain here. We're then going to first equip on the Exceed Armor Fortress onto our Lancer. They're going to summon Kentragina. Alright. We are turn player, which is important, which means our effect activates first. So we're going to activate that. Then Kentragina is going to activate her effect to copy Domain in the graveyard. They're also going to flip up Trap Trick. Now, Trap Trick is slightly unfortunate here because they are going to grab a pretty powerful card in the form of Ferret Flames. But they can only activate one more trap for the rest of this turn. They're going to go in the Rex turn, but because my effect has already begun to activate, we just steal that Rex turn right away. That is mine. Before you can go for Ferret Flames, I'm going to go into Little Knight. Little Knight here, because we have... our opponent has 2,000 life points. It means that even if they flip up Ferret Flames, we're not going to have to sacrifice the SP. We're still going to use its effect, though. We're going to bounce it and the Photon Lord off of the field so we can take advantage of the Horus monsters underneath him as material. Unfortunately, our big guy has to go. SP is going to clear the back row as well as get us our Photon Lord back at the end of this turn, assuming there is an even end to this turn. But look at the amount of damage we got. Opponent's got 2,000 life points. It's a done deal. That game is over. Alrighty, this time we're doing something a little bit more extravagant here. No big Horus starters in our opening hand. We're going to go for the Terror Top play instead. Summoning out the Taka Tomborg, immediately going into our Full Armor Exceed Torpedo. Just wanting to sort of test the waters a little bit. We're going to grab another card from our deck, destroying into the King's Dark. Like I said, little highbally. This is a pretty lucky hand. We're going to start dropping these Phantom Knights to grave, standing all our Horus stuff to grave. We're going to grab Ancient Cloaks, going to get us our Torn Scales so we can discard it. Off of our King Shark. Again, just 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, 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 bang. Graveyard is packed. Happy comes out. Our equip, whatever his name is, comes out. I don't even going to try to pronounce that. My furniture might start floating. We're going to go into number 90 to protect us from Nib. We're going to summon another 2 level 8s into the Full Armor Fortress. Full Armor Fortress grabbing us our trap card. I really do like the Full Armor line in this deck. I think it's really strong. Being able to suck up your opponent's monsters is a pretty unique form of removal. It doesn't target, doesn't destroy, doesn't banish. I think it's pretty awesome. We're going to grab a Fog Blade from the deck. That's going to trigger our Torn Scale to come out, and we're simply going to set 3 and pass. Now, Torn Scales is basically there to act as link material with our IP Masquerena. They're going to go for Shaddoll Fusion. Shaddoll Fusion into the App Cologne. We decided that this is going to be a pretty weird chain, so they're going to go for Genius to try and prevent us from using Masquerena for the rest of the turn, and App Cologne to prevent us from using number 90. So they're going really aggressive off the bat, and they're forcing a lot of our interruptions quite early, which... a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. We are going to go for the Masquerena plus our Torn Scales into the SP Little Knight, of course. Our number 90 Galaxy Eyes are going to negate the App Cologne because we might as well. App Cologne's negate is not until the end of the turn. It is permanent. So there's no harm in us trying to stop that. So at least we can use this as a follow-up. SP Little Knight on someone. Going to banish the App Cologne. Call by the Grave. Going to banish the Everon Monster from his graveyard as well, since it was targeted by the Dragon Fort Destruction. It is what it is. I think it was a pretty good target for us. It worked out. Would have preferred maybe hit the Fortress card, the Full Armor Exceed, but it is what it is. They're going to go Cartesia here. Now this, I believe there's a chain here that I mess up slightly. Okay, yeah, they're going to go for Aerial. Aerial here really hurts, stinging a lot of our Horus monsters from the graveyard. Definitely hurts us in the long run. SP Little Knight though, yes, this is where I messed up. So what I should have done here, and it's totally my fault, I should have activated Fogblade first to target the Cartesia or target the Alibur or whatever it is, to pressure him into using Cartesia and then hit the Cartesia with Little Knight afterwards. So I did fumble the bag a little bit here, I'm going to be honest. It is what it is. They're going to Fusion Summon here to try and protect their Despian Jester. Alobear. In the Granguinol, we get a bunch of our cards banished. That is what it is. Brand of Fusion now being added to the hand. Going to use Granguinol's effect to send another card. We're going to go for the Full Armored Exceed now while we have the benefit of doing so. We're going to summon out our Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer. Granguinol going to send App Cologne from the deck to the graveyard. App Cologne going to get searching for their El Shaddoll Fusion. That's a quick play spell, and that is going to be a problem. Wendy going to play the Shaddoll Beast directly from the deck to the field. Brand of Fusion now going to activate, sending 2 from deck to field. Deck to graveyard, sorry, to summon out Albion the Branded Dragon to the field. Albion then going to conduct an additional fusion summon. We decided that is going to be our target for our Fogblade, but he was ready with the El Shaddoll Fusion. We knew he had it in hand. He had to use it eventually. Whatever, right? El Shaddoll Window going to be coming out here. Fogblade, unfortunately, fizzling for us. They're going to banish 2 from grave, going into Mirror Jade, the Iceblade Dragon. And at this point, we kind of figure It's not looking good for you, boy. It is not looking good. We're going to go for full armor exceed. They are, of course, going to go for Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. And we are kind of stuck here in the face of Mirror Jade. Our Lancer is gone. Beast allows them to draw an additional card into the battle phase, taking out our SP Little Knight before we can fully utilize its effect. Going to the end phase, Albion, the branded dragon, sending Retribution to the field, which acts as a negate. Cartesia then being added back to the hand because the fusion monster was sent to the graveyard that turn, so he's recycling resources. Titaniclad grabbing Quem from deck to hand. Bro is just adding every card known to man to his hand. We top deck the field spell, which unfortunately doesn't do a ton for us. We're going to discard it, the middle of our card, our set. We're going to summon the set to the field, flipping to attack mode. Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak, going to banish yourself to add Torn Scales to hand. Not that it does much, it just gives us extra discard fodder for another copy of set into the battle phase. Taking out the window, so at least we might be able to maybe play the game at some point, I don't know. We possibly could have swung our Photon Lord into Granguinol in order to get the level 8 that's under it and utilize it in a different manner. But we didn't. It is what it is. King Sark sending Mirror Jade to the graveyard. Mirror Jade gonna wipe the field. I definitely should have done that. That's right, because these guys are unaffected by any effect that doesn't target them because of King Sark. So we realistically could have protected ourselves if we had it just played. If he had crashed and then summoned this guy, we would have been a little bit safer. We ditch our own Fogblade in an effort to at least be able to wall up, because nothing on his field going to the graveyard helps me. Retribution allows him to recycle. Granguinol can be banished from graveyard anyway. Alibur can re-recycle from the graveyard. And as soon as it goes for that play with the Reinhardt, I know that this is game over. It doesn't matter. And there's no point me staying. So fantastic hand, fantastic plays, really cool board. Unfortunately, top tier opponent really did put in the work. They played fantastically. And they did manage to eke out a win in the end. Very well played from them, but I feel like that the replay did show off a lot of what our deck wants to do, and you can learn a lot from looking at losses as well as wins, right? Someone tries to sell you a deck that wins every single game. I don't think so. Something's wrong there. Not here. But anyways, that's our replays. Let's get into some live gameplay. Okay, this is always an exciting deck to queue up with. It's not, again, the most powerful deck in the world. It's not the most consistent deck in the world, but it is one of the decks that I think takes best advantage of the new Horus cards. I'm always looking for an excuse to use Phantom Knights. It's a really fun deck, basically no matter the context. So if you're telling me I got a reason and an excuse to play Phantom Knights, you better believe I'm in on that. And this is definitely a hand. Don't really like seeing this card in hand, of course. Would really rather not see this. If we top deck into the field spell, then we're Gucci. Other ways, definitely annoying. I'll max you now. That's fine. I'll max you now. I'll do it early. I'll shotgun it. For sure. I will. You think I won't? I will. You thinking I won't? If you gamma, I will be so upset. I will be livid if you gamma. Oh, yeah, see, I kind of wanted to do it before he could do this. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Whatever. So he just grabs the Rite of Aramis here. He probably just, honestly, activates Rite of Aramis here, gets his token for his Omni, and passes. That's what I would do. Just have the potential follow-up as well as the advantage off of this. Because he can still net some advantage off of this without giving me a ton, which is ideal for him, really. Let's see what we draw, though. Oh, no, he's gonna special summon the Enchantress. Interesting, okay. Called by is very useful. Very useful indeed. Are you gonna, like... Oh, that grabs him the equip spell. Okay. Are you gonna, like, turn the adventure token into, like, Link Spider and then go into DPE, maybe? Oh, end phase. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I respect it. I mean, the protection on the token, I guess, is neat. In case I would have just, you know, like, normal summoned and swung over it. But, you know, I'll take what I can get. This hand is not the greatest hand that has existed in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure. Okay, well, let's get swifty with it. So we're going to normal summon the Ragged Gloves. We know one of his cards is a Reinhardt. We don't know what the other one is. We're going to special out Boots, and that will trigger Stained Greaves. There's the sheesh. There is the sheesh. We might see an Omni Negate on our crossout here. We might see a Negate on the crossout. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, Maxi's kind of his only real shot at winning this. So if he sees an opportunity to get that shit through, he kind of has to take it. I'm not going to lie. Ragged, or not Ragged Gloves, Stained Greaves. Do we want to change our level? I don't think I need to change our level. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're going to go Torpedo here first. We'll do Torpedo. Why not? Alright. Banish 2. Or Detach 2. Drawing into another Sail Boots is kind of neat. We are going to go into our Fortress. Again, thinning out the deck as well, searching for useful cards, potentially cards we can use to win the game. We're going to detach a material off of our Armored Fortress as well. Grabbing our Armored Exceed. Perfect. Now we're going to use the Exceed Armored Fortress. Into the Dark Knight Lancer. Dark Knight Lancer, you can target an Exceed card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. The only one I have in my graveyard is you, so I don't want to do that yet. So we're going to go for Armor Fortress. Our Armored Exceed, sorry. Targeting our Exceed Torpedo, we're going to equip that onto our Dark Knight. Hell yeah. Dark Knight thing, and activate its effect. We're going to yoink one of his cards. I'll take that Enchantress. I shall take that Enchantress if you don't mind. Now we can use his effect to grab back our spell card. This card, not once per turn, by the way. Just want to point that out there. Definitely some real power that can be done with that. So we're going to use our Stained Greaves, or whatever your name is, to special summon out our other boots. We will not change your level, sir, because I plan on going into Break Knight. And Break Knight is going to be pretty brutal. Once per turn, the first time a monster you control with an equipped spell would be destroyed, it is not destroyed by battle. Oh, not effect destruction? Oh, get fucked then. Oh, buddy, you're about to get absolutely pounded. Target our Break Knight, target our token. Get rid of them both. Activate its effect. Summon out Sail Boots and Ragged Gloves, I guess. Doesn't really matter, honestly. Level 4 and level 4. Hell yeah. Now we're going into the Raider Knight. Let's see. Right, here's the thing. I can definitely summon out the dragon. This card gains original attack equal to the attack of all of our monsters in the field. That would bring me up to like 55, but I wouldn't be able to attack with anything else. So unfortunately, that's not the play. We would definitely be throwing if we did that. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Armored Exceed again. Targeting our Break Knight. We're gonna equip that onto our Dark Knight here. And I think we just win. Because we attack. 32. Activate your effect on the Torpedo. It doesn't really matter which one. Sick. Attack again for 29. And 2 count for lethal. Good game. Good game. Fun game. Awesome game. Alright. Alrighty, let's see if we can get our Diamond 1 rank up using this deck. It is a bit late in the season. For those watching, I was away on holiday for a month, basically, and haven't had much of an opportunity to play the game. So now we're getting back in, and we're immediately soaring up through rank, using some really cool decks that I plan on showing off over the next couple of videos. So we're going to start off with a Horus hand. I actually didn't want to just leave it on that last one, specifically because I wanted to see Horus stuff. So I'm glad that we're seeing it a little bit here. We're going to go for the Imperial Tomb. Going to activate its effect. Is primarily just to be at Ash or test for Ash. That's totally fine. It doesn't seem like he's got anything, though. We're going to grab one of our other Horus monsters to shuffle back in our duplicate set. That makes us less dependent upon the King Sark. Slightly less dependent, but less dependent nonetheless. We're going to drop our set as well as one of our cards to grab our King Sark, as well as drawing an additional card. Drawing the Terror Top! Drawing Terror Top. We're just that good at the game. We're just that good at the game. I would apologize, but I'm not sorry. Even slightly, I'm not sorry. Going into the Terror Top effect, we're going to grab the Taka Tomborg directly from our deck to our hand. Hell yeah. I'm not even slightly sorry about this. Special summoning the Taka Tomborg. Terror Top's such a good card, man. Terror Top is so good. I use it in a ton of decks right now. Alright, into our Torpedo. I've never used the torpedo before so much in my life. Man, this card is also really good. What makes this card especially good is the fact that it detaches both materials, which means that your Armor Fortress only really needs to detach one, which is good in certain situations because you don't always have both of your Full Armor Exceed cards in deck. So I really like this card. I'm a huge fan of this right now, especially in a deck like this. What the hell is you... What is you talking about, buddy? What is going on? We're going to detach two. We're going to draw one. Again, we're just playing as many sort of like bait-ish cards as we can. How many 10s have I summoned? 1, 2, 3. That's not Nibser. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that one. You gargantuan buffoon. I'm going to go for King's Sark. Hell yeah, brother. I'm going to go King's Sark. We're going to drop our Horus Happy. As well as... Oh, we've already kind of... Oh, no, we've got one more in deck. All right, perfect. That's all of our Horus monsters now in the graveyard. So we're going to start off with... let's say you. The ones that are weakest to nib. Let's get rid of those ones first. Basically, my next summon brings me up to 5. And if he's going to nib me, he's going to have to do it then. Because if he doesn't, I'm going into number 90. And he's going to lose his opportunity forever. So, forever hold your peace, buddy. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Summoning out number 90. We're going to go for the Fortress first. Part of me wants to just go Harbinger Pass, man. Because I think we're in a solid enough spot. I don't really believe we need to go into... Zombie Vamp is a really good card. It's just that, like, the more popular Horus has become, the less inclined I am to use it. Because, again, Horus is kind of everywhere. Tier Limits is kind of everywhere because of that. Branded is also seeing a bit of an uptick because of the graveyard play. So, lots of cards that you don't want your opponent to have in the graveyard. Which does definitely kind of suck. It's fine. Right, what we're going to do is nice and simple. We're going to go for Set. As well as Happy. We're going to keep this one nice and simple. Then we're going to normal summon our Phantom Knight Silent Boots. Then we're going to use 2 of these guys to go into our IP Masquerena and IP Masquerena. And just like that, we've got a Quick Play SP as well. And we're going to have 2 copies of Fogblade. So we've got 2 monster negates, 3 monster negates, stealing a monster, that's 4. We've got 2 interruptions off the SP, that's 6. So that is 6 total interruptions as well as an ungodly amount of follow-up. So I'll take it. I will take it. We could potentially even do a little bit more. But again, the grind game goes as far as you allow it to go. If you're someone who doesn't respect the grind game and you just blow your load too early, I mean, we do like a decent amount right off the bat. But I like sort of keeping in reserve some of my plays that I can afford to stretch over maybe a turn or two. So that whenever turn 3, turn 4, turn 5 rolls around, if they roll around, it's not just the Horus cards putting in work, but they also still have to contend with Phantom Knights. So it's a pretty interesting dichotomy, all things considered. I am going to go for the Full Armor Exceed pretty early here, actually. We have, like, some really good counters to this deck. I'm really not too worried about this. Kashtira is good, but we're better. We are better. I'm very confident. I'm very confident about this. And now we're seeing the full sort of Horus and Phantom Knight mix, man. And this is only off of... I guess we had Terratop, actually. Terratop's pretty fucking baller. Terratop's a pretty nice card, I'm not gonna lie. Pot of Desires? God damn. Alright, I guess he's probably just playing pure Kashtira then, right? No way, like, fucking Tier Limits is playing Desires. There's the Fenrir. I'm not toying around with this guy. Fenrir is just a pain in the ass. I'm just taking it out. I'm taking it. It's now mine. I'm repossessing that Fenrir of yours. We're going to equip on our Armor Torpedo, getting boosted, and I'm going to yoink that Fenrir. Yoink. It's mine. Brother, just leave. Bro. Take it, buddy. Whatever. Take it. If you think for a damn second I'm gonna let you use that card though, you're insane. I will Fog Blade my own full armor Dark Knight. Don't you worry about that. Oh, the mirror match. Oh, that's fun. That's fun and exciting. I'm glad that that's what's happening right now. Yeah, on res, I'm absolutely dumping that card. You're insane. You're insane if you think I'm not. SP's gonna banish that shit. I don't need to be contending with King Sark. That shit's dangerous. That shit is so dangerous. I'm good. Oh, he thinks he's... Oh, shit, that's a lot of back row. Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on, buddy. That's a lot of back row right there. Yeah, I kind of have to. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of have to. You can always just leave as well. I'll take that too. I'll accept the... Yes, sir. Oh, look at that. A nice, smooth little rank up under Diamond 1. I mean, the gameplay speaks for itself. You saw how the deck works. You saw some of the plays, the combos. The absolute work and determination that the Dark Knight Lancer puts in is incredible. The Phantom Knights and their versatility from the graveyard, being able to play big beaters like this. Again, the Archrebellion Exceed Dragon is unironically, I have yet to summon this card using this deck. You absolutely can, and it is super cool and really, really powerful. However, if you didn't want to use it, you do not have to. If you really wanted to, you could cut the Break Knight, you could cut the Raiders Knight and the Archrebellion Dragon. You can cut this guy. There's so much freedom, man. This deck is so ridiculously, like, fun to play. I think this is definitely one of the more enjoyable ways of playing Horus. I think we take more advantage of Horus in their element than what most of the Horus hybrids do. We're able to play as many of the starters as we possibly can, because all of these cards are good. All 9 starters, fantastic, right? These guys, kind of bricks, but you play more than enough ways to get rid of them, so it's not that big of a deal. All in all, the deck's an absolute blast. Is it the most consistent deck in the world? No, it's not, but but to be fair, it is also pretty damn consistent. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking good. All of the Phantom Knight cards are very good. The only one that's kind of weak by itself is this one, Stained Graves, but you saw in the gameplay how in its element this card can also be a really powerful extender. Honestly, I've got no complaints. It's hard for me to... Usually at the end of the video, I like looking at a deck. I'm like, here's what it's good at, and here's what it's bad at, and here's what you want to change. I'm looking at this deck, and I'm like, this deck's good, man. This deck's really good. It's just got a lot to compete with. It's just got a lot of very stiff competition. In terms of, like, bad points about the deck, it plays a couple of bricks, you know? Maybe, like, 2 extra Horus monsters and the full armor cards. I guess everything else is good, right? Taka Tomborg, I guess you kind of don't want to see, but that's not the biggest deal in the world because of Happy being a wind monster. So even if you open up the Taka Tomborg, it's not like most decks where it's just dead in the water. No, if you summon Happy, you can special summon a Taka Tomborg because all this card needs is a wind monster. So, like, even that is the softest possible brick, right? So realistically, you maybe 4.5 bricks, maybe, if you wanted to call it that. In a 44 card deck, that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good, I would say. Ancient Cloak, Salem Boots, Ragged Gloves, the Torn Scales, all fantastic cards in their own right. You've got the triple set, triple field spell, triple King Sark, all 1-card starters for the Horus engine. You've got Foolish Burial, you've got reinforcements of the army, you've got your hand traps and protection. It's the complete package. So if you want to see more cool decks just like this one or other ones that you have lined up, a couple of examples would be Snake Eyes Buster Blader coming out very soon. I played that deck again earlier today. Holy shit. In fact, I'm probably going to record that video right after this one. So if you want to catch some Snake Eye Buster Blader action, holy shit, it's amazing. Subscribe if you want to catch that one as it comes out. And if you want to help your boy out, you can like this video to help us get it out to even more people. And leave down below any suggestions that you may have in regards to decks, playstyle additions, or even just video style edits, whatever. Like I said, I'm still learning all this video editing stuff, so if anyone out there's got suggestions, if you're a video editing savant or pro and you have tips you want to share with your boy, you can either leave some in the comments or you can hit me up on Discord. Links in the description. But I'll stop bending your ear. I'll let y'all get on with your night. See you next time.